This is the last stream before me and my Locklear travel to Montana. Not gonna have a whole lot of time here, probably like 30 minutes, because Locklear is freaking out that we're gonna be late, even though we're projected to be there like 4 hours before we're even supposed to be there.
No. Our flight boards. Our flight boards at 4:20.
You told me 5.
No, that's when the flight leaves.
Oh.
The flight boards at 4:20. We're parking the car at 3 o'clock. We're getting there an hour and 20 minutes before.
Yo, what's up, Learning Wanderer? Don't you go? I got to, man. Already paid for the flight.
You want to.
And I want to. And I want to. Today is a good day, Learning Wanderer. I am happy, healthy, kind, loyal. I am somebody. I am on a path led by God. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Uh-oh. Chat versus Lindsay stream.
What?
I said, Lindsay, we completely love Josh. Don't take him away from us. Just joking. Hope you two have a smashing great time. Thank you, Learning Wanderer.
Thanks.
I kind of wish we were taking my car. Just easier for me to drive. Like, your car hurts my leg.
You're not driving.
You're going to drive the whole way? Okay. I'm scared of that, actually.
You're scared of my driving.
Your birthday tomorrow, right? No. June 15th. I don't know anybody's birthday tomorrow.
So my name wrong.
Yeah, he forgot the S. Linday. Good morning. Today is a good day. I gotta take my supplements, and I'm bringing the creatine with me.
We should do a normal morning stream like topics.
You want to?
Yeah.
Okay, what topics you want to talk about?
I don't know. Ask them what topics they want to hear.
They never have really anything. The big 26, yep. In a month. Less than a month, a couple weeks. Any topics? We're going to do a morning stream with some wholesome, mind-tingly, mindful topics. If there's anything on your mind that you want to converse about, type it in the chat and send it. If not, I'll think of some topics. I love the topics, but I got hard topics. Send them.
What are the topics?
Yeah. I promise you, I've probably talked about harder topics than what you've got. I don't know, maybe not. Don't take that as a challenge. We don't have to talk about the hard. I mean, some things I don't, necessarily want to discuss. Any topics from the chat? Any chat curated topics that we want to discuss? If not, I will think of the topics. Topics: life journey not aligning how you hoped. So life kind of being unpredictable. Life.
It's very hard. Went through that with gymnastics.
Okay.
Oh, you want me to talk about that?
You want to do topics?
I don't know. I like to hear you talk about it. Like stuff. Life journey not aligning with how you hope. Do you just want to hear how ours?
You're leading it. You.
Do they want to hear about how certain things in our life have it, or
I'll
do
do
they
it.
want to
Okay, so
hear about how to get over it?
All right, we'll type the topics in. Today's topics. Life not going as planned. What was that other one?
Fear of failure.
Fear of failure.
That's all we got so far.
Other.
Okay, I know what to say.
Talk to 'em.
From your life experiences, you and Josh. Okay, my personal life not going the way I expected was injuries in gymnastics. I had hoped to have 4 long years in college gymnastics, but it got cut short to about basically 2.5. Because my junior year, I tore my Achilles, and then my senior year, my back just couldn't hold up anymore. So how I kind of cope with that, because I do feel like gymnastics was kind of ripped away from me in a way, like I didn't have any decision in it, is I think about all the good things that came of not doing gymnastics. Like, not doing gymnastics allowed me to focus more on my school, so becoming a teacher and trying to be the best teacher that I can. It also allowed me to put more effort into our relationship, Josh and I's relationship, because if I was competing full time and doing all that, I wouldn't have had time to like come down and see him as often, or him come up and see me as often. So it allowed that to happen, and that's how I kind of cope with that. Your turn. Which has temporarily halted plans or maybe changed it. Sort of, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you about mine. Mine is lore before y'all ever met me, before anybody on the internet had really met me. Life not going as planned. I graduated high school and didn't move off to a big college. I gave up sports. The only thing I probably could have played in college, low level college, was baseball, but I gave up sports. I didn't want to do it anymore. I just started going to college. I didn't know what I was doing. And I had plenty of money from a college fund and my dad's GI Bill from serving in the military. And for like the first 2.5 years of college, no, not the crash out streams, but way before streaming, I was 17, or I was 18, I think, at the time. And I had plenty of money. I had like almost $70,000. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to use this to my advantage. Like, I've got blessed. I'm blessed with plenty of funds. I'm going to budget. I'm going to keep all my money. I'm not going to party. I'm going to stay straight and narrow. And that was the plan. That was the plan, is that I was going to stay straight and narrow. I was going to build a bunch of money. I was never going to be broke. I was going to have whatever I wanted. I was going to, I was going to be fine. So then, like halfway through college, a little more than halfway through college, like the start of my junior year, I started partying a little bit. And I started drinking a little bit. I started smoking a little bit. That kind of, then I looked up like, this is fun. I've missed out all through high school and through college. Why have I not been partying? Then I started putting stuff up my nose. Then I started trying every drug there was. Then I moved off to Memphis without a job. And then the next thing I know, I lost all my money. Then about 2 years, I spent all my money. And then I had to figure out from there. And that's about it. I had to figure it out from there. I was like 4 years ago, probably.
How did you get over it? How
How
do you cope with that? Like,
how do I cope with that?
I mean, because, like, that probably wasn't the best of decisions. How do you not regret it?
Oh, how do I not regret it?
Or do you?
I think everything happens for a reason. I think that I cope with it by realizing that taught me a lesson. I realized that taught me a lesson.
Alright.
Yeah, that's my lore. It taught me a lesson. I realize now that you don't give young people lumps of money. It's just like bro. It's the like age old story that happens with every celebrity, every person who inherits money. Like, you inherit money and then you blow it, right?
Yeah, I didn't do mine, but yeah.
Yet,
I can't. Yeah. Yeah.
if you can't.
I can't access it.
Oh, if you could access it, that shit would be gone.
Yeah, it would be.
Yep. If you could because they gave me access to it at 18, and I only lasted 2 years. I lasted 2 years of like keeping it in check. After that, blew through it. But now I understand that $70,000 isn't that much money. It's very good money. You know, you can do a lot of things with it, but it also goes away quick. Goes away very quick. And then I started content creation and yada yada yada. Then I went to therapy because my brain was so freaked up from drugs and partying and just being a degenerate. Mental health and physical health directly aligned came into play, and now I'm here spreading that message and working out, and we're focusing on my fitness and health right now, and we're slowly transitioning into finances to where I grow my money. That's the way it was when I was working on the oil rigs 15 years later. Still chasing this oil money. Very fun. That's good. I'm glad you do something you enjoy. So how did your life plan? So what unpredictable things happened with you, huh? That's the way it was when I was working on the oil rigs 15 years later, still chasing this oil money.
Like he had the oil money and now he doesn't.
Oh, you blew the oil money, huh?
That's what I'm gathering from that, but I don't know.
I blew my damn parents' money, bro. Ugh. Stupid, stupid, stupid. But I think I like how my life planned out. I think I needed to learn that lesson. I needed to feel what it's like to low key be broke. I needed to feel that because all through college I thought I was so rich and I never told anybody about it because I was so scared that they'd look at me different for having money. And turns out, bro, their college funds were more than mine. I thought I had more money than everybody on campus. I thought I had more money than everybody on campus the whole time. Like, I'm probably right there in the middle of the pack.
I was engaged, but it broke apart.
Aw,
Oh.
I'm sorry. But I'm sure it happens for a reason. Aw, I'm sorry, Learning Wanderer. I'm sorry. I went to federal prison at 18, got out at 22, been busting my ass ever since. Life's been pretty good. Growing up poor, never wanted to be like that again, but I always give back.
Amen.
That's good, huh? That's
Yeah.
good. You seem like a very stand-up guy. I'm not gonna lie. You seem like a very stand-up guy. What'd you go to federal prison for? 18 to 22, so you went for 4 years. Well, that's probably just drugs or something. You might have been selling drugs, I don't know. And how did you get a job at the oil rig? Another part of life not going as planned is my recent leg injury because I had planned for this year. I was going to be nuts. I was going to be shredded. I was going to be nuts. I was going to be running full steam ahead. This was going to be this was going to be potentially peak physique. Oh, I did not mean to let that go through. Ooh. Stop that. Stop that or you'll be hidden forever. But this was gonna be like peak physique right here. I was gonna maybe, so depending on how I looked at the end of this cut, just maintain from there. I was gonna maybe make this cut, then maintain from there, and then start focusing on finances. Like, yeah, maintaining, maybe train people and stuff to try to kind of stay where I'm at, not get any heavier. Kind of lean. I guess it would be main gain, lean gain for the rest of my damn life. Maybe, but destroyed my knee, so now I haven't even got to that cut yet. I mean, kinda, but not really. Went to federal prison for 2 counts of assault with a deadly weapon on the reservation. Felonies go federal, not state. On the reservation?
Are you Native American?
And what type of deadly weapon, bro?
Probably a knife or a gun or something.
Holy shit.
So you're Native American. What tribe?
Oh, that's cool.
What tribe are you a part of?
Ooh. I have Native American ancestry. Obviously.
What tribe?
Cherokee.
I think you told me that before.
Reportedly my great I think it was like 3 great grandmothers, great grandmother, something like that, was Cherokee Indian. I think basically full blooded, and she integrated with the white man.
Dun, dun, dun.
Freaking white man. I got jumped by 5 guys. I just retaliated, beat one guy with a bat. Other was a knife. Bad news. Damn. Why they jump you, bro? Guerrilla warfare.
What tribe are you a part of? If that's the right wording. I mean, that's what we say in Montana, but...
Bro got cooked. What's up, LaCree?
I'm half Crow and Hidasta.
I don't know them.
I know Crow Indians.
Damn, Mako, chill.
She going poo-poo.
Well, she threw litter all in her food.
Did she?
Half Cherokee and Choctaw. My baby, she's a Chickasaw. She's a one of a kind.
Oh, Mako, that's a stinky poo-poo.
I am I'm pretty sure I'm right around 1/16 Cherokee Indian. Yeah. Well, Native American. I don't know. Hopefully you don't take offense to that. That's just what they told us in school growing up and stuff. It was all like, I've been inbred.
We call it Indians, yeah.
Yeah, I've been inbred of that. But it's such a misconception. They're tribes from North Dakota, Fort Buford Indian Reservation. Oh, he's saying Indian, so.
Oh,
Crow is from Montana.
Who?
Crow, the Crow tribe.
Oh, yeah.
Crow is from Montana.
Yeah.
Great prison story. Anyways, not saying I don't believe in your... Huh. Maybe I don't. Sorry if it is. You're a badass cool dude. It was not them pathetic. Stop judging, random person, dude. Stop judging. I believe, Zero. I believe Zero. I definitely believe he works on the oil rig because there was one day, the very first day I ever decided, I started saying that $20 is the goal of the stream, or the goal of the stream is to spread my messages, mental health and physical health directly aligned, and the financial goal is $20. He sent me like 50. So I believe that he works on the oil rig. And I don't think it doesn't seem like he's lied yet. So be nice, random person, bro. It's way too early in the morning, bro, to be out here accusing people of lying and stuff. And if they are, bro, then you're not at fault. You just... So, where's my other random person, bro? This random person getting aggressive. Where's my random person mod?
Okay, next topic. Fear of failure.
W, huh? That's all we can be, is try to be the best example or try to be the best influence that we can be.
I just got a nephew.
I'll put fear or failure. Fear of failure is what we meant to say. During this little intermission, the goal of this stream is to spread my messages. Mental health and physical health directly align. They do. Keep your body physically healthy, and your brain will follow and become physically and mentally healthy. Helping yourself helps the people around you. That is also true. The best thing you can do for me is do good for yourself because I don't have to worry about you. The financial goal of this stream is $20 donated. Donations are appreciated but not required. Thank you for being here. You have purpose and you matter. Next topic is the fear of failure and dealing with the fear of failure. I got some clips of me on that oil rig, but not. I work for a bigger oil company. Damn, bro's making bank. Okay,
I could gas in an Exxon.
yeah, ExxonMobil is like one of the, I'm pretty sure like one of the biggest oil and gas distribution companies.
I could gas in an Exxon.
What was I about to say?
Fear of failure.
Fear of failure. I think that's like how to deal with the fear of failure and why it exists. Why does the fear of failure exist? I guess just because it's like embarrassing. You know,
You don't want to be a disappointment.
we have an ego about ourselves too of like we don't want to fail because we want to be good at things. I think a lot of that is just letting go of yourself. Letting go of that ego of like that I'm really good at things and that I'm really smart and that, you know, I'm something special. I think it helps to realize that you're a regular human like everybody else and that every single person out there fails and they're not like, nobody's really that good at things. I mean, some people, if they practice really, really hard, but if they practice really, really hard, that means they failed way more times than you have. Like if you think of it as gymnastics, you think of it as a sport or
I failed a lot.
or comedy or anything. Like say so Lindsay's way better at gymnastics than me, right? But that also means she's failed way more times than me. Like I've only done she's way better than me because I've only done it I've only failed like that one session we did, I failed like 10 times, 20 times maybe. Or the backflips, I probably failed like 50 times. How many times have you failed a backflip, you think?
Oh, backflip? I got a backflip crazy.
When you were young, though?
Let's do something else. Let's not do a backflip. Say like bars.
When you were a child, you told me it took you 6 months to learn the backflip.
No, it took me 6 months to learn a kip.
How long did it take you to do a backflip?
3 weeks, a month.
3 weeks.
A month.
A month. It took her a month to learn, and that was practicing it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you failed a backflip more times than I have.
Probably. But like that's like I feel like okay, bars. I failed a lot on bars. Like
So yours
that
is
was my big like I had a year full of just straight failure.
all we can do is try to be better. Right, failure is a part of it. Failure is
Yes.
inevitable. You got to fail. That's how I learn. I learn by trial and error. For me, it's the fear of people over. Oh, so your fear is other people. Ooh, that's an easy one to get past, man.
I have a big fear of what people think of me.
That's see, in my opinion, that's such an easy one to get past. Like,
But it's easy for some people, but it's hard for others.
I think it's easy.
Like I feel like I'm not the only one that has a fear of how people think of them.
Yeah, I think it's easy.
very
I think it's
common, I
easy
think.
for everybody, but people just like to make it hard. All it is you're not internally confident enough in the things that you do. If you're internally confident enough in something you do, you will literally look at somebody and say, fuck you, I know that I'm doing what is right. I know that I'm doing good. I know that I'm doing
Oh,
what...
thanks, Dan.
I think you're cool if that helps. Thanks. But if you're like a little insecure about what you're doing, you're not really sure what's going on, you'll let somebody kind of get in to be like, oh, maybe they are right. Maybe I'm not right.
I think it's different for men and women also.
So what is it? So
I did a gig where a person looked. What else? Oh.
So something. What's something you're really confident in your skills of gymnastics?
Yeah, gymnastics.
Okay, so say that just a backflip. You know how to do a gymnastics backflip, right? Back tuck.
Yeah.
And you did a back tuck, and then you saw somebody like random snicker and laugh and say that you didn't do it right. How would you respond?
Say, well, look at all the other shit I can do.
Oh, you wouldn't say like, I've been doing this for 10 years, 20 years. You don't know what you're talking about?
No, I would just say.
You would immediately go to other things? Like, well, I
Yeah.
can do this, I can do that, and I can do that?
Yeah.
What if they were like, you're not doing that right either?
Be like, well, did you get a 10 on bars? I don't
Okay,
think so.
there we go. See? There we go. There we go. You know, have you been doing this for 10 years? Have you researched this so far? Have you dedicated your life to this shit? No.
Did you get a perfect score?
Right.
I don't think so.
So you're internally confident enough to like not let them. It takes a while though to get to that. In my line of work, I fear not being a valuable asset. There's always somebody trying to surpass you. Yeah,
But what you could do is you can always be the hardest worker in the room. You may not always be the most talented, but you can always be the hardest worker.
Can you though?
You can.
I think there's some people out there that.
If you're running on a if we were running on a treadmill, okay. I'm not a good runner. I don't like running. I hate running. I only run if something's chasing me. But and it was like a competition to see like who can last the longest and stuff.
Slim
I
Nugget.
might not be the best runner, but I will die on that treadmill trying.
What if somebody else is also willing to die on that treadmill trying?
Then we're both gonna die on that treadmill.
So are you the hardest worker in the room?
I think so.
I think you can always work as hard as you possibly can, but some people can outwork you. Some people are.
I think.
So you think like you can outwork Kobe Bryant? Think if you were in the same room with Kobe Bryant?
Might not be his hardest, but it'll be my hardest.
There we go. But I don't know if you can. I think there's definitely people out there that can outwork me. I can't always be the hardest worker in the room.
You have control over.
There's a lot of rooms I could probably be the hardest worker in there. Like in, I was just about to say in this chat room, I don't think I am. In this chat room, I'm gonna probably say, probably is. Well, maybe not fitness and working out wise. I'm the number one gummy glazer. LOL. Where is Gummy? I'll catch you guys later, I guess. Yeah, it's gonna be a while. I'm reading your stuff, Learning Wander. We're just talking. I did a gig where a person looked. What I'll say, look through me. I was there for work, and they kept talking to another person and thanked the other person and gave a smile to me. And this happened yesterday. I spent 3 days in that event, and I think due to my disability, they don't take me seriously. In the oil field, I learned it's not how hard you work, it's who you know. Yep, that's a lot of things, and career-wise.
It is.
They're very cutthroat here. I remember I was one of the best worker on the rig, and I still got cut because of who they knew. Yeah, that's a big part of, like, career.
Getting jobs. It's not about how
His
well
username and age compared to his strength is proof he works hard. Yeah, do you work out, huh? I got a feeling that probably works harder than me career-wise, but in the gym and fitness, I don't know. I'm so fucking competitive. Like, even with my chat and stuff, I want to be the hardest worker out of my chat. Like Boats. Boats probably does outwork me right now because I can't do legs. I'm the hardest worker in this room. That's cap.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
That's cap, because if that was the case, you would either have a lot of like workout knowledge or you would have a lot of knowledge to be spreading because you worked hard to gain this knowledge, or you would have a lot of finances to be spreading because you worked up in that way. Or if that was the case, you're not. No, you're not, Daniel. No, you're not, bro. You're just gay. Yes, sir, brother, but I haven't done nothing due to hand. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Just walking and running. Yeah. So you just, like, you're at the stage of just keeping yourself healthy. I forgot. He had, what did he do to his hand? I don't know. He's been in physical therapy for his hand. You and Lindsay don't have to believe me. I'm the hardest worker. Enough said, Cap. Cap, you don't work harder than me, bro. You don't work harder than me. Cut tendon. Them tendons ain't nothing to play with.
You're gonna have to go pee-pee in the car.
I'll pee before we leave. And yes, I will have to go pee in the car. That's part of being hydrated. I will sacrifice that. I will have if I have to sacrifice a little bit of time to go pee in the car to be. I do, Josh. Band for band, workout for workout, finance for finance. We can do that. We can do that. I'm not scared. I don't fear failure. Workout for workout, man. What's your max bench press of all time? What's your max squat of all time? All aspects, I outwork everyone in this Josh Hundo community. Chad, is that true or false? Do you have a car seat toilet for when you pee-pee? No, I have a bottle that I put my wiener all the way in. This. I put it all the way in here so it doesn't leak anywhere. Is that true or false, Chad? Random person outworks everyone in this Josh Hundo community. That's Cap. That's Cap. You don't outwork Johnny Fitness. No, it was a joke,
Yes,
Daniel.
it does.
No.
Yes,
No,
it
no,
does.
no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
You set yourself up for that.
I know. I'm just playing into it. I'm playing into the joke still. All the way in, even in that aspect, I outlaw girth.
Guys, it doesn't.
Right? It definitely
doesn't.
does not. It definitely does not do that. Definitely does not do that. I used to lift free weights, but due to shoulders being messed up, wish I never power lifted in my younger days. Oof. That makes me question whether or not I want to kind of power lift. I like it, though. I like getting stronger. I like being strong and feeling strong. Any other topics y'all want to talk about before we go? We're about to have to go. We're about to have to go because I got to go boom. And then we got to take some trash. So any other topics wanting to discuss this morning before? I don't know where my streams, I don't know how my streams are going to be these next month. I loved it too. I know it makes you feel so, bro, when I was at the gym, I got called for all companies to do modeling. If you know, you know. Don't nobody know that shit, bro. We're talking about if you know, you know. Don't nobody know that shit because it's not true. Mental health and physical health directly align. Helping yourself. A vision without action is merely a dream. What's up, popcorn? Mental health and physical health directly align. Helping yourself helps others. Peace and love. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I always set 5-year goals. In 5 years, I'll answer that in 5 years. I'll answer that later. Why Montana? Because that's where my girlfriend's from, and that's where we're going to see her hometown and stuff.
And my new baby nephew.
You can't outdream me. I can probably do that too. Anyways, this is the end of the stream. We got to get going. Peace and love. Thanks for being here. I'll answer that question later, I don't have enough time to think right now. And I've always struggled with that bad. Like, looking far into the future, I've always struggled with that bad. You have 2 sisters that live in Montana? What part? What part, and then we're going?
Come on.
Missoula and Cutbank?
We're going to Missoula.
We'll be in Missoula, huh? We'll be outside of Missoula at least.
Yeah, Frenchtown, if you know anything about the area.
Random person's trying to one up everybody, bro. It's a new random person era. Okay, thanks.